at everything happening right now and coming up?
Okay. Well, we're called Titan. We're from Sacramento. Um, I think things coming up. Like the biggest thing we have actually happening right now is we just put our new album out, and so we're still like writing off of that. And we have our own festival that we're putting together, which I'm more comfortable telling people about it, even though it's not fully announced, the lineup and everything. I'm positive about explaining, or I guess talking about it. It's going to be 3 days long. It's
Wow.
three different cities. So it's Sacramento for the first day, July 26th. It'll be at Big Sexy Brewery. We're gonna have two stages and we have 14 bands. And then for the second day, it's going to be in the Central Valley. The venue that we're working with, they're doing some stuff. So I think they're changing the name of it. I don't know. So they asked us to hold off on announcing that part. And then the third day is going to be in Cupertino at a place called the X Bar. And that one's going to be 10 bands. So day one is 14, day two is 10, and day three is 10. Three different cities, 3 different days.
Wow. That's really cool. I love Big Sexy Brewery. Who started this festival? Whose idea was it or how did it come about?
So there's two versions. So there's the unofficial and there's the official. The unofficial was a house show played at my house back in 2019. There was like 200 people that showed up, and people just kept saying, "Oh, there's like the new Titan Fest thing," and we were like, "Oh, that's a cool name." So we kind of liked it. So that's the unofficial. But the official was the when I became the vocalist and the band changed to just Titan. The first show we had back with me vocals was called Titan Fest, and that was held at Holy Diver in 2021.
I dig it. I love the shot you just posted at Goldfield. Like there was a large crowd. That was a good turnout.
Yeah, I was stoked on that. I just got that video literally like an hour ago, and I was like, that's a cool little clip. Our photographer, he's super cool, and he wanted to give us like some extra stuff. So, yeah, he sent me that and was like, hey, I found this thing that I made and forgot to send it to you. And I was like, okay, I'll post it.
That's awesome. I have to be honest, I'll admit that I love Maria from In This Moment and Heidi and the Butcher Babies. I've always wanted to be a lead singer that could scream. I can't. I don't know how to do it. So I'm impressed that you can scream and do this. Did you know you had the vocals to do this, or when did you find out that you had this ability?
Um, so I mean, obviously, growing up when metalcore, like the screamo metalcore stuff started coming out, I was like not into it. I was like into rap and hip hop, and I was like, that's stupid. And then my cousin, or not my cousin, my next door neighbor was like, "Yo, dude, you gotta check out this band." And I was like, "What is this?" And they showed me, and it was "Pray for Plagues" from Bring Me the Horizon. And I was like, this is the coolest fucking thing ever. And then
Yeah.
wanted to learn how to scream. So I obviously was making these weird noises, and my mom and dad are concerned. They're like, we have horses and cows and stuff. They're like, why is this guy screaming? And I just kept doing it. And I did it wrong because I didn't know how to do it. So I hurt myself a lot over the years, and then I stopped. And then when the opportunity came for me to try doing something vocally, I was like, well, I'm going to talk to an expert. And I told them, or I showed them what I can do. And they were like, you're doing it, but you're doing it wrong. So try doing this and this a little bit different. And I did it. And then it just worked. And I was like, oh, I could actually do this. Cool. So that's how it worked.
Yeah, it's wild. A lot of lead singers have needed vocal surgery from using their vocals the wrong way or just too much over the years. And have you watched that? I've watched them on YouTube. It's intense.
I would throw up. I can't handle
No?
surgery. Like I can't, what's funny is I have tattoos or whatever. I
Yeah.
can't get it piercing to save my life.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
I'm
terrified of
okay with
needles.
tattoos and piercings. I can't get my blood drawn. Like when I go to get my blood drawn, I have to look away. I'm freaked out. I don't want a needle going into my skin all the way. So there's a
Yeah.
difference for me.
No, I get it. I'm the same way. I'm like, I don't, I like, and to me, I'm like, blood needs to stay in my body. It doesn't need to leave. So
Yeah.
leave it there.
Where did you guys shoot the music video? Like there was just sheets up everywhere of like clearness. It looked like an old garage or something.
Oh, yeah, that's in my garage. Actually, I cleared it out and I went and got painter drapes and then I just draped it around. And then, so originally there was supposed to be blood splatter all over in the inside of it. And there was supposed to be just blood all over, like throughout the shoot. And when we were making our fake blood, it just came out really orange. And so we were like, well, this looks like ketchup. So we were like, ah, fuck it, scrap that idea. So we are like, we're just gonna just go as hard as we can and make the video look crazy.
Yeah,
And that was in my garage. That budget on that video, or no, the total cost of the whole video was like $400, and that was
that's really good.
including it being filmed and edited.
That's like the budget for my podcast. I was like, I don't,
Shit.
I'm just going to start this. I don't have everything I want, but it's fun. Do you have groupies yet? Have you had any girls kind of get on you because you guys are in the band or just
Um,
super fans?
well, I can't speak. Well, how do I say this? So I can't really speak for anyone else because I don't. And like, this is actually a good point. I don't know what anybody else's DMs look like. So for all I know, my bandmates might. I don't know. I know for myself, I personally don't. Um, I'm really lucky enough to say that like me being in a relationship keeps girls out of my DM, so that's cool. But like
Yeah.
when I was single, like there was no difference. Like I don't know, maybe it's just me, but
Yeah.
like yeah, no,
I'm
like I
surprised. You guys are a young
yeah.
hot metal band. I'm shocked the DMs aren't just flooded.
No,
Huh.
I talk to more people trying to get me to teach them something because they just see what I'm doing, so they want to learn. So I have a lot of messages about that, but that's about it. But like I don't have anybody hitting on me or anything like that. If anything, it's
Okay.
probably my guitar player David.
Yeah, he's the ladies' man. There's one in every group that usually has the most female attention.
I'm pretty sure it's him. For me, it's because of my hair. Um,
Yeah.
for Hector, for some reason, everyone says he has luscious lips, so they like Hector's lips. Um,
Okay.
and then David, he's just I don't know, he's just a I don't know what it is about David, but for some reason, he's just always I don't know. Maybe he's just more friendly, appealing. I don't know. I feel like I'm not
Charisma or
intimidating.
swag or BDE, we say you never
Oh
know.
my God. Yeah, on it. Well, you know what? He does have kids, so that makes sense.
Okay, I've heard I have BDE and I don't have a dick, so I guess that can be for girls too.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know.
So,
For
do
me,
you
if
guys
he,
have any show coming up before the Titan Fest, before July?
yeah, we have one in Madeira. It's a house show, which we're actually really stoked to play because, like everybody, like when we were the guy that was putting it together was nervous about asking us, and I was like, why are you nervous? And he's like, well, no, you guys are like a bigger band. I was like, no, we're super small. Like I will never say no to a house show. I'm so down because the last one we did, like furniture got thrown across the room, and like it was like wild. It was a pretty. I don't know. I love house shows. They're always fun.
Sorry, my dog. That is
You're okay.
honestly the way my dog sees somebody. The way you come up is never saying no to anything. Say yes to
Yeah.
everything. The smallest project, like I want to help open concert in the park this year. I will say yes to anything. You tell me where to go and I will be there.
Yeah. So there's what's cool is there's a music store in Sacramento called Skips. I'm sure you've kind of heard of it.
Mhm.
So I just found this out the other couple days ago, but Skip, the owner, he actually had a motto, and it was "Say yes now, figure it out later."
Yeah,
And
I like that.
like it's funny because I have lived my life like that. Every people are
Yeah.
always like, "How do you do this? How do you do that?" I'm like, I just say yes and I just do it. Or like when
Yeah.
someone when someone tries to like tell me I can't do something, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go do it, and then I'll figure it out.
Don't think it through and don't overthink it, right? Like that's how when I was like, "Oh, I'm going to start a podcast." I've been out of radio for 10 years. I got all like, "I need a co-host. I need all this. I don't know what I'm doing." And then I was like, I woke up one day, "No, I'm just going to start it and it's going to be for me." And if people listen and if the old radio people find me cool, if not cool, I like to talk. It helps me mentally just to get things out. So I'm just excited. And it's been around for 1 week and I'm stoked. I'm almost to 1,000 people and I'm having fun. So take every opportunity and just do what you want to do.
Yeah, no, I was actually like right when when you went before I clicked on this, I was like, oh, I want to see how like the rest of the podcast stuff was doing. I was like, damn, I was like already 9:20, and she's only been doing this for like a week, literally this week.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So,
I'm excited. And some people
I,
found me from like really long time ago, like Modesto Radio. So I was like, yay, I miss you guys. Like, I love
man,
talking to people, even if I haven't met them in real life and they just know about my life for years. I feel like it's like an internet family. You know what I mean? That you can reach out to.
yeah, I think it's cool. Like when I see all your posts, you're like, oh yeah, I did this rock show, and I was on MTV, and I did this, and then
Crazy.
I was at work when I saw your post about you're like, oh yeah, I had my this thing of date my mom or something like that, and I was like, no fucking way. It was so
Yeah,
funny. I
that
couldn't
was so
believe
long
that.
ago.
Well, I remember that I was like, I talked to my mom. I was like, Mom, check this out, and I showed her the video. I sent her a screen recording of it, 'cause she doesn't have Instagram or anything. And she's like, Why do I feel like I remember that? And then like we
Oh
were
my God.
talking, me and my sister were talking about it, and my sister's like, I swear, I think I remember this episode.
Oh.
I was like, I know this girl, I know her.
You know what's crazy? I want to find I was on Next too and I can't find the whole episode. So I really want to find out
Next.
like I don't know, they're on VHSs, right? Like thank goodness my mom has a VHS recording to date my mom cuz she was on it. And so that's how I got that. But I've been on YouTube trying to do a witch hunt of old MTV shows to figure it out, but it's
So
cool.
they never gave you guys like your own copy of your episode.
No, no. We got paid minimum wage, which I think was like $9 at the time. So I got like $9 an hour for a couple days of shooting, but not even my own copy. And when you're done, you're done. It's
I
intense.
don't know. I would expect you guys to make like royalties off of that or something.
Right? That would be cool. I think everyone in reality shows, there's a lot of talk now. There's someone that was on Love is Blind and Netflix and he's suing. And there's a lot of like reality show people coming out saying, it's mistreatment because you can't just eat when you want to eat and leave when you want to eat. I'm just excited to be on the show. So I kind of put what I want to do to the side, but I understand why some people are like, you are captive to that show and you're not getting money or anything. What you are getting is influence stuff to sell stuff on a social media platform later. So that's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
No, that's good because you can just use that as leverage too.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Ryan, for stopping by the podcast tonight and telling us about your band. I will put all the links and everything up in the post, and you can see it on Spotify, YouTube, and Instagram.
Excited. That was cool.
Yeah, no, that was really fun. Like, I